Food waste is a major issue that affects us all, both environmentally and economically. But what exactly is food waste? Food waste is any food that is discarded or lost, either before it can be eaten or after it is purchased and consumed. This can include food that is left to spoil in the refrigerator, thrown away by restaurants, or not eaten at school lunchrooms. Hunger is a critical issue that affects millions of people around the world. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, approximately 821 million people suffer from chronic hunger. At the same time, food waste is a growing problem that also has significant impacts on hunger levels. One of the main ways in which food waste impacts hunger is through the sheer volume of food that is wasted each year. It is estimated that globally, around 1/3 of all food produced for human consumption is either lost or wasted. This is a staggering amount of food that could be used to feed those who are hungry. One of the major consequences of food waste is the waste of resources that goes into producing food. When we throw away food, we are also wasting the resources that were used to grow, harvest, transport, and package that food. This can have a significant impact on the environment as well as on our economy. One of the key resources that is wasted when food is wasted is water. Agriculture uses a significant amount of water to grow crops, and when those crops go to waste, all of the water that was used to grow them is also wasted. This can have serious consequences in areas where water is already scarce, as the water that is wasted on growing food that is never eaten could have been used for other purposes. Another important resource that is wasted when food is wasted is energy. It takes a lot of energy to produce, transport, and store food. And when that food ends up in the trash, all of the energy that was used to produce it is also wasted. This can contribute to environmental issues like climate change, as the production of food often involves the burning of fossil fuels, which releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. In addition to water and energy, food waste also leads to the waste of land and labor. Farmers put in a lot of hard work to grow the food that we eat, and when that food is wasted, all of that labor goes to waste as well. Furthermore, the land that is used to grow food that is ultimately wasted could have been used for other purposes, like growing food for communities in need or preserving natural habitats. Food waste also contributes to the production of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane trap heat in the atmosphere and are a major contributor to climate change. The impact of food waste on greenhouse gas emissions is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires attention and action. One of the main ways that food waste contributes to greenhouse gas emissions is through the decomposition of organic matter in landfills. When food waste is disposed of in landfills, it undergoes anaerobic decomposition, which produces methane gas. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas with a global warming potential more than 25 times greater than carbon dioxide over a 100-year period. The large amounts of food waste that end up in landfills each year contribute significantly to methane emissions and, subsequently, to climate change. In addition to methane emissions from landfill decomposition, food waste also contributes to carbon dioxide emissions throughout its life cycle. The production, processing, and transportation of food all require the use of fossil fuels, which release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. When food is wasted, all of the resources and emissions associated with its production and distribution are essentially wasted as well. This contributes to the overall carbon footprint of the food system and exacerbates the impact of greenhouse gases on the environment. Furthermore, the impact of food waste on greenhouse gas emissions extends beyond just the direct emissions from decomposition and production. The loss of biodiversity and destruction of natural habitats that result from the expansion of agriculture to meet the demand for food also contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation, soil degradation, and the loss of biodiversity release stored carbon into the atmosphere and further exacerbate climate change. By wasting food, we are not only contributing directly to greenhouse gas emissions, but also indirectly through these associated environmental impacts. One of the key strategies to reduce food waste is through better planning and management of food consumption. This includes buying only what is needed, using leftovers effectively, and storing food properly to extend its shelf life. By implementing these simple practices in our daily lives, we can significantly reduce the amount of food that goes to waste. Another sustainable solution to reduce food waste is through composting. Instead of throwing food scraps in the trash where they will end up in a landfill and contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, we can compost them to create nutrient-rich soil for gardens and plants. This not only reduces the amount of waste going to landfills, but also helps to protect the environment by reducing the need for chemical fertilizers. Food donation is another effective way to reduce food waste while also helping those in need. Many organizations and food banks accept donations of surplus food that would otherwise go to waste. By donating food that is still safe to eat but no longer needed, we can help to reduce food waste and ensure that it goes to those who need it the most. In addition to individual efforts, businesses and food producers can also play a significant role in reducing food waste. By implementing better inventory management, improving food packaging to extend shelf life, and donating excess food to local charities, businesses can help to reduce the amount of food that goes to waste. Another important aspect of reducing food waste is raising awareness about the issue and educating others about the importance of sustainable food practices. By spreading awareness and encouraging others to take action, we can make a real impact on reducing food waste. Policy interventions are also crucial in addressing food waste on a larger scale. Governments can implement regulations and incentives to encourage businesses and individuals to reduce food waste. For example, some countries have adopted laws that require supermarkets to donate surplus food to charities or to compost food waste instead of sending it to landfills. Technology can also play a role in reducing food waste. There are now apps and online platforms that connect restaurants, grocery stores, and individuals with surplus food to those who can use it. By utilizing these technologies, we can help to redistribute excess food and reduce waste. Furthermore, reducing food waste can have significant economic benefits. By reducing waste, we can save money on grocery bills, reduce disposal costs for businesses, and create opportunities for new businesses focused on reducing and repurposing food waste. This can help to create a more sustainable food system that benefits both the environment and the economy. In conclusion, there are many sustainable solutions to reduce food waste that can be implemented at the individual, community, and policy levels. It's our responsibility to take action and be a part of the solution to this pressing global issue. By adopting sustainable practices, raising awareness, and advocating for change, we can make a difference in reducing food waste and creating a more sustainable food system for future generations.